Hello everyone, welcome to a discussion on the topic preparation of profit and loss account of a banking company under Unit 4 Bank Accounts for Corporate Accounting Part 1 of BCom third semester. Dear students, during this session we will discuss about preparation of a profit and loss account of a banking company with one example. So here one problem is given and they asked us to prepare the profit and loss account of XYZ Bank Limited for the year ending 31st March 2020 from the following information. And they are given so many information. Here interest on deposit is given, then commission is given, commission credit is there, interest on loan, sundry charges, rent is given, establishment is given. Then they were also given the information about discount on bills discounted, interest on overdraft, interest on cash credit, auditor's fees is given, director's fees is given, buyer's written off is also given. So as we were discussed in the earlier session about the format of profit and loss account and its concerned schedules. So based on those information, now we have to first of all segregate all these items given here according to the schedules. So then first of all we have to bifurcate the items given here. Interest on deposit comes under schedule number 15. Commission credit balance comes under schedule number 14. Then likewise we have interest on loan, so this is to be taken under schedule number 13. Likewise sundry charges debit is operating expenses to be taken under schedule number 16. Rent is also operating expense, is to be taken under the schedule 16. Establishment expenses is also operating expense, so it should be taken under schedule number 16. Then discount on bills discounted, so it is an interest earned, it should be taken under schedule number 13. Interest on overdraft is an item of interest earned, and so it is to be taken under the schedule number 13. Then likewise interest on cash credit, it is an income to the bank, that is interest on cash credit is a interest earned, so it should be taken under schedule number 13. Then auditor's fees is an operating expenses, so it should be taken under the schedule number 16. Director's fees is also an item of operating expenses, it's also to be taken to the schedule number 16. And lastly we have an item bad debts written off, so it's an item of provisions and contingencies. Then based on these bifurcations, now we have to take or we have to prepare the schedules to profit and loss account. So first of all schedule number 13 for interest earned. So the items given in the information are to be taken here. So just you can look over this information. Here schedule number 13 ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ ನೋಡಬೇಕು. So here one item ಇದೆ, interest on loans ಇದೆ. Then likewise we have here at the right hand side 3 items related to the schedule number 13, and these are the items of interest earned. So here 3 items and here 1 item. So these total 4 items are to be taken to the schedule number 13 here. That is interest on loan, discount on bills discounted, interest on overdraft, and interest on cash credit. So the total of all these 4 items are rupees 1,58 lakh. So these are the this is the total of schedule number 13 and is taken to the profit and loss account in the respective column. And now how to prepare schedule number 14. So related to schedule number 14, as per the given information, we have only one item, that is commission as a other income, so which should be taken under schedule number 14. There is no any other item given this problem, so we have to take that commission only in other income under schedule number 14. So the total of schedule number 14 here is rupees 2 lakh. Likewise we have to find out the items of schedule number 15, that is interest expended. So here one item is given, so look at this. So here interest on deposit is 15, only one item at the left hand side. And now come to the right hand side. Here there is no any other item related to the interest on that is interest expended. Only one item is given, that is interest on deposit, and that is to be taken to the schedule number 15 as interest expended. There is interest on deposit rupees 64 lakh. So 64 lakh is the amount of interest expended. So likewise, we have to go for the problem where we have to find the items related to the schedule number 16. Here at the left hand side, we have three items. One is sundry charges, rent, another then establishment. So here three items are given, and come to the right hand side. Here we have only two items, that is editor's fees and director's fees. So totally 5 items are there for schedule number 16, and these items are to be posted to the schedule number 16 here as operating expenses. Here sundry charges, rent, establishment, auditor's fees and director's fees. The total of all these items is rupees 17,02,000, and in the given problem there is one item, there is a bad debts written off, only one item, that is 6 lakh rupees, that can be taken directly to the profit and loss account, and there is no need for preparation of schedule for that provisions and contingencies. And this bad debt written off can be taken directly to the statement of profit, that is profit and loss account of bank account. So here based on these totals which were arrived through the schedules, we have to prepare the profit and loss account. So here we have to draw the format for bank, there is XYZ Bank Limited as per schedule 3 form B of Banking Regulation Act 1949. So here income is to be taken first of all, then interest earned in other income, schedule number 13, 14. Then expenditure related schedules here, interest expended, operating expenses, and there is no schedule for provision and contingencies. You can take directly this item. So the amount related to these are to be taken just from how prepared the schedules. So here schedule number 13 is having 1,58 lakh total. So just we have to post it to the respective column here, 1,58 lakh, right? Then likewise we have other income schedule where we have got a total here rupees 2 lakh. So this 2 lakh is to be taken to the profit and loss account under other income, that is schedule number 14, here 2 lakh. The total of these two items is rupees 1,60 lakh. So this 1,60 lakh is to be recorded. Then after that we have to go for the schedules for the expenditure. So for expenditure we have first schedule as interest expended, that is schedule number 15, where we got 64 lakh as a that is interest expended, that is interest on deposit. So 64 lakh is to be posted to the profit and loss account here under schedule 15 as 64 lakh. Likewise we have schedule number 16 for the profit and loss account, that is for expenditures. Here the total of this schedule is 17,02,000. It is to be taken under expenditure, that is under schedule 16. Here 17 lakh, where it is 17 lakh 2,000. And the last item which is left in the problem was provisions and contingencies, so which is amounted to 6 lakh. And now we have to make the total of all these three items, that is 3 items of expenditures, and the total which will become 87 lakh 2,000 rupees. Then now based on these two parts, one part is total income and another part is total expenditure, we have to subtract this total expenditure of rupees 37 lakh 2,000 from total income rupees 1,60 lakh. Then we will get rupees 72 lakh 98,000, which is a net profit, is a profit. So by subtracting here part 2 from part 1, we will get part 3 amount, that is 72 lakh 98,000. And now after getting net profit, we have to go for some appropriations, and before appropriations in the problem we have to check whether there is any last year profit brought forward or not. So in this problem there is no any item like that, so just let it. Then now let us go for appropriations. So as far as appropriations are concerned, there is no any information given in the problem. There is no any single information regarding this, but we have to take into consideration about the statutory reserve. Even though they were not given any information regarding the statutory reserve, we have to take 25% of profit, or we have to transfer 25% of the net profit to the statutory reserve. It is a mandatory as per the Reserve Bank of India guidelines. So here 25% of 72,98,000, which will become 18,24,500, and now we have to subtract this transfer to statutory reserve from net profit. Then we will get 54,73,500, and which is called as balance carried to balance sheet, right? So like this, we have to prepare, we have to solve a problem on profit and loss account of banking company as per Schedule 3 of Banking Regulation Act 1949. And throughout this session, we have solved a problem on profit and loss account of banking companies. These are my references. Thank you.